Famous trucking accident cases include some famous celebrities. Tracy Morgan and comedian commonly known as Jimmy Mack were in a limousine-style bus, and they were hit from behind by a Walmart tractor trailer. In 2014, this case ended up resolving for $90 million for Tracy Morgan. Jimmy Mack died in the accident. So let's take you through some of the basics of this trucking accident to tell you exactly how this would look if it were you in the trucking accident. Tracy Morgan and Jimmy Mack were on the way back from a comedy tour that they were both working on. The driver of the Walmart truck had been driving for 26 consecutive hours. Not 26 consecutive hours in the truck, but had driven 12 hours before starting a 14-hour shift. And according to the evidence in the case, had been awake for a shocking 28 hours in a row before the accident occurred. The National Transportation Safety Board did an investigation. That's a federal agency, and they determined those facts. In addition, what was learned is that there was a violation of various sections of the Federal Motor Carriers Safety Administration, or the Safety Act. And what specific portions of that are that the driver drove more than 14 hours after 10 consecutive hours off, which is the requirement, and drove more than the 60 or 70 hours in a 7 or 8 day period as outlined by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. And there was a lot of other issues related to it. In fact, he was driving too closely, was driving too fast and not able to stop. There was a lot of issues about the driving itself, resulting in citations issued to the driver of the Walmart truck. The Walmart driver, Kevin Roper, was speeding 20 miles over the speed limit. He was driving too many hours in a row and he was drowsy, and of course caused a fatal accident with severe traumatic brain injury to Tracy Morgan, which of course would affect his career. In addition to too many hours of consecutive driving, too many hours in a 7 or 8 day week, in addition to speeding 20 miles over the speed limit, of course doing so while drowsy, there was also a provision in the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration in the Act that says that you have to take a 30-minute break in a given amount of time, and that didn't occur in this case either. So as a result, Tracy Morgan got a $90 million settlement from Walmart before the case went to trial. Settlements happen for a lot of reasons, one of which can be that it's very obvious that the plaintiff has a viable case and significant injuries, and the defendant doesn't want to risk getting absolutely slammed by a jury. In this case, I think that's what occurred. Tracy Morgan is a famous comedian with a huge career in Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock, does a tour where he does live stand-up, and he's very famous. He makes a lot of money doing it. So to give him a traumatic brain injury takes away his ability to earn a living.